it means that I'm now stepping into the unknown. I had to leave something behind me now, and that's what I chose to do. Because the fact that I'd been employed at this workplace for 4.5 years now, my advice to you is to quit and leave your job. What is up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well and doing blessed. So, I'm back at it with another vlog, and if you haven't seen the title of the video already, yes, it's going to be a bit more personal towards me and my job, so probably going to be a bit of a lengthy discussion. But before we get into that, it seems you guys really enjoyed the last vlog that I put out, so thank you so much for the support that you've been giving me. It really does motivate me to bring more high quality videos to you guys and showcasing my own journey. So, first things first, let's go hit the gym and get on with some work.
Kick.
I don't even know where this discussion is going to kind of go, so I'm just going to roll with it and see what happens. And if you're wondering why I'm in my car, it's because I've currently got my phone on charge and I needed a bit of a quiet space to talk about this thing. Currently a noisy house, so my car's just kind of a nice place to just get away and have some peace and quiet. But yeah, if you haven't seen the title of this video already, I have indeed left my job. I resigned on last Sunday, so at the time of recording this, it was last Sunday, and yeah, it was pretty smooth. No major issues were happening. For those who don't know, I currently I was working a part-time job at this retail store, home furnishing store called Dunelm, and they basically sell all sorts of things, like loads of house furnishing things, utility things, bedding, you name it, pretty much. Anything that needs to go in your house, decorations or essentials. But just to kind of start from the beginning, I found this job just before I started university, so this was like over 4 years ago now, and it was lockdown as well. Very interesting times, and just had to get through it. The company has treated me very well, and without droning on too much, 4 years have passed now of me being employed there. I was going back and forth because I didn't always need to work there. I had the flexibility to do that, so I'm very grateful for the company for offering these sort of benefits. But in times, as of recently, when I wasn't in university, so I graduated around 2 years ago, and pretty much all of last year in 2024 I had been working. And obviously the realizations that I had after coming off of 2024, I realized that I have to make a change now, and I have to put risk on myself. I have to bet on myself, essentially, and this is why I've called the video The Gamble. There was going to be at some point a major change in my life, I think, because the fact that I'd been employed at this workplace for 4.5 years now it's astonishing to me that I was even there for so long. I've seen so many people come and go, enter into this employment and then leave it as well, and the fact that you see them moving on with their life and I'm meanwhile still stuck here, working that same boring, lame job. And it's not like I even do anything interesting either anymore, because you do it for that many times over and over again, day after day. Like, yeah, the money is okay. It helps me. It kept me sustaining for a good amount of time during university. Pretty much I had the life plan last year to get out of university, graduate, work a job, mould this job to my needs, and then smoothly transition from that job to trading. I had moulded that job around my trading, and that was my aim, to make a smooth transition. The main issue that I had with this job, which has led me to want to leave, is because it was just kind of eating me up inside. There had to be a change. I took the risk this year because I wanted to see change this year. I did not want to be in the same position as I was last year, working throughout that whole time. I don't understand how some people do it. Like, I'm very grateful that people work these sort of jobs. I'm grateful that people work in retail, and I'm grateful that people work these basic sort of jobs, because we wouldn't have a running economy if it wasn't for them. But some people in particular, they just develop a sort of distaste for it. And that's exactly what happened to me. So I then took the jump. I've chose to hand in my resignation. I didn't want to see any more of this year go on with me still being in that workplace. I had to leave something behind me now, and that's what I chose to do. It means that I'm now stepping into the unknown. And because I only do trading at the minute, it means that I'm just full-time with trading right now. And that sounds very scary to me, but at the same time quite exciting. It's exciting because you're looking forward to what's going to happen next. You get a bit of a rush, if that makes sense. But it's also scary because you're now entrusting your own circumstances and your lifestyle into trading, which has no guarantee as to what's going to happen. Now, granted, I don't actually live that lavish of a life. I live at home with my parents. I don't have any major bills, like a mortgage or rent or family to look after. It's just me and this car. That is it. This car is just mainly basic things: insurance, maintenance, all of that jazz. So outside of that, I don't exactly need much to keep myself sustaining and keep myself going. And that was pretty much all that job provided for me. That's all it needed to provide for me, and a bit more. So now that I had saved up quite a lot, a good couple of years of expenses, I chose to take the leap. So the reason why I'm saying this is because some of you guys will probably most likely be in the same position where you're going to be kind of pinched, right? For you guys watching who are currently working a job that you really don't like and you're planning on pursuing trading, if you've got enough saved up, if you've got a good year or two of living expenses saved up, you have to put risk on yourself and you have to really go out there and pursue it. Now, it is going to be very scary, as I said, but the whole idea is that you're going to be putting your back against the wall, and that's where your true self really comes out. Now, I've only just done this. I handed it in last week, my resignation, and I've got one more shift to do. And after that, the income is completely switched off. Nothing will be coming through. And that is what will scare probably a lot of people. Because if you're someone with big financial burdens on you, like big car payments, a family to look after, mortgage, rent, these sort of things, then of course I'm not going to advise you to leave your job. That would be a very silly thing, because you've got people counting on you, people relying on you. If you live a sort of lavish lifestyle, then that's really going to hurt you a lot if you don't control yourself and try and live a bit below your means. So, as I just said, if you're someone with no major responsibilities, no massive financial holes in your wallet, then if you've got quite a bit saved up, my advice to you is to quit and leave your job. So I was just reviewing yesterday's price action for FOMC, and I wanted to show you guys a trade that I took. So in the morning, we had normal accumulation, typical for an FOMC day. We took out the sell side, and then left a massive range. So coming up to the afternoon session at 2 p.m, nothing much happened. And then at 2:30 on the press conference, price just shot up and took out all the buy side from that morning accumulation, which is what I wanted to see. We put an SMT at the highs with ES, and so at this point I was just waiting for a displacement. And as soon as we seen the displacement, I entered it around here, had my stop loss above the high, and we ran in favour for a bit, but then it just took us out. And then fully enough, afterwards, it then sells off and makes amazing distance. So yeah, that was a losing trade, and it stings. It's brutal taking those sort of losses where price actually does go in your favour after you lose. At this point, I've experienced it so much where price stops me out and then actually runs in my favour. It's kind of funny, but it does kind of hurt quite a bit. So there's nothing much you can really do about it. I took the trade completely within my strategy, within my rules. So there's no point getting bummed out or stressed about it. There's literally nothing you can do about it. So you just have to suck up the loss and move on to the next opportunity. I seen an amazing quote the other day which said, "Change doesn't happen by chance, but it happens by choice." And when I read that, it really did hit me, because if you're someone who's kind of feeling like they're suffering in their life isn't really moving on, you feel like you're kind of stuck in a rut which just doesn't end, then chances are you need to make some sort of major change in your life. And for a lot of people, that's going to be very uncomfortable to do, because most likely, if you're going day after day with doing the same thing over and over again, then you can only expect your life to be the same day after day. Your mind needs to change, and everything in front of you and around you is a reflection of your mind. So you have to make a change up here in order to see a change elsewhere. And that is going to be uncomfortable to do, because, for example, with me, I was in my job and I molded it to my needs, which made it very comfortable to be in. I had something to fall back onto whilst trying to pursue my trading. If you find success in trading, it doesn't come for free though. There's a big price tag to it. And you kind of have to imagine your life as a sort of equity curve, right? So in trading, you have an equity curve, and if you use small risk, you'll get small returns or small losses, and it will barely move. You just try and add some volatility to your life. So that can mean stepping away from doing something, stepping away from something that's really holding you back. And only then, when you make that change, your life may initially become difficult, but at the end of the day, it's for the better of you, and you'll probably get an amazing outcome because of it, and you'll be thanking your past self for making that change. So guys, I'm going to end the video there, and as I said, this probably was going to be a lengthy one because it was very personal towards me, and this is kind of sort of a life update, I guess. The thing which has been really on my mind now, and most likely if you guys go and take that leap of faith into doing something different and making a change, it's also going to happen to you too. So I'm not here to scare you, but that's essentially what's going to happen. But I really appreciate you guys if you've watched all the way to the end. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. But thank you guys for watching. Stay happy, stay blessed, and thanks for watching.